Aloha, welcome to my channel. My name is Shauna, and today I'll be doing a collective energy read. So my readings are not date specific, so take the message when it resonates, and they are also general. So if the message doesn't resonate, that's perfectly fine. And if it does, take the bits that don't, or take the bits that do and leave behind the rest. Sorry, tripping up over my words already. This is my third time doing this reading, and I keep being like, no, I haven't put out readings in a few months. Maybe I'm not meant to do it anymore, but this one is definitely prodding at me. So I'm going to put this reading out there for all of you. So I'm going to start off with a new layout. So first I'm going to do your internal world and then your external world and clarify both of those with my other dragon deck. All right. So internal, even in the last reading, the internal card came up in reverse. So her eyes ever open. What this card says to me is seeing the bigger picture. So I think that your internal world maybe has become a little narrow, that you're hyper focused on one thing that's going on, and with the root chakra energy, it's that usually comes off as fear-based, but there are two messages coming through on this card right now. So I'm being drawn to this sort of upside down blossoming flower in the middle, and this feels like a releasing, a dumping out of the root chakra, if you may. And for women, luckily for us, we have a monthly cycle that helps us do so. But that doesn't always mean that the energetic clearing is taking place properly. And for the masculine, clearing out your root chakra actually takes effort. And I'm rocking back and forth because that is an exercise that I have seen before to stimulate the root chakra to help with the clearing process. And there are yoga poses that help with that as well. So I do recommend looking into that and just start doing some releasing in that area, but not putting too much focus on it. I think you already have a lot of focus there. And sometimes that makes the problem worse. When you stare it down, you're like, there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So relax your energy around that. It's gonna be there whether you're staring it down or not. So that is what's happening in your internal world. I will do a few clarification cards on that to help you sort of navigate where you might need to be releasing, what might help you relax a little more. So we'll get into that after we get into your external world. I didn't even read it. Tiger Spirit Rises. I didn't even want to read it. All I heard was light the flame. You know, and this more root chakra energy coming through, this flame being lit underneath you where you're just like hyper motivated, but not in a bad way, not like mania. Like there's a new project happening and you've been so focused on whatever this is, it's almost like you're blind to whatever this is, whatever is right in your immediate field, being like, hey, I'm here. This is where your passion should be. This is where your energy should be going. But instead, there's this focus on something fear-based, something in your root chakra, pain. It could be manifesting in physical pain, but nonetheless, whatever it is, this is a general reading, so just apply that wherever it fits. There's a hyper focus on it, and it's time to lift your head, release your grasp on that, and look at what's right in front of you. And it's this card, it's this passion, it's this tiger spirit. It is a ferocious rise to the top, honestly. And the tiger's eye coming through is solar plexus energy. That is that sense of self. That is, and I just see it, a beautiful face in here. Like a union within self, because I see a ring and a face, some eyes, and a ring here. It does feel like the integration of the masculine and feminine energy coming together in union to work together to build whatever empire this is. And it's right there. It's not approaching, it's not heading towards you, it's here. And I just got like the craziest goosebumps. It's already here. It's looking at you, waiting for you to pick your head up and like, oh, I want that. You want this. You want this power, this sense of freedom. This is more you than whatever this was. There's something you're stepping out of. So let's clarify that. Dragon deck here. My ferocious little angels. So I do, with the Tiger Spirit card, there's a lot of sacral energy as well coming through on that. So some heat in the body, like literal heat, and maybe it coming out in the form of agitation. So you're not actually frustrated or agitated or upset. It's once you pick your head up from this, it's like a slingshot forward. Once you stop putting your energy into whatever that is. Okay, so coming through again with your internal world. So we have your internal sort of being stuck and very narrow-minded and just really staring down whatever this fear energy is, whatever this block is. And this is your external world, which is amazing. So let's get into this Imperial Dragon. So every single time this card comes out, he says to me, you've got the cold shoulder. There's something or someone you are freezing out, and it's not good for either of you. It's not good for you. Let's focus on you in this situation because it's not about them. This is about you thinking that that's what was best for you, and it's not about inviting that person or situation or job or energy back into your life. It's about the fact that you've got it solidified in a little ice capsule somewhere in your body, and I'm going to guess somewhere near your root chakra, and you're afraid to let it out. You're afraid to let it thaw and deal with it, and yet you're putting a lot of your energy into making sure it doesn't budge. This is almost a stubbornness, which I'm not a huge fan of that word because people call me stubborn all the time. But it has its place. Being stubborn can be willful and driven, which is great, but there's also that digging your heels in because you don't want to be wrong. And not to say you were wrong in this situation, to love that person from a distance, or situation, apply it how it fits, but this definitely feels like it's coming across as a person, family, ex, whoever it may be. It's time to start actually releasing this, because freezing that person out is not actually releasing it. Suppressing something is not releasing it. So let's pull some more energy there. And it is, there we go. So again, with these two cards, even though this is your external world, you can't see this because you're not balanced right now. This is union with the masculine and feminine within you. And once you step into that place, you will be able to see this opportunity that's right in front of your face. And you can't see it because you're not balanced right now. There's weight on one side. This head is turned, freezing out this energy, freezing out this person, putting a lot of weight on one side, trying not to look at the other. So it's got you a little out of balance. And this is the time, I mean, honestly, this new year has been really something. really restructuring our foundation, saying, okay, this can stay, this can go, this can stay, this can go, in a really loud way. This has not been a whisper, this has been a scream. So to bring yourself back, well, let's pull one more card. That's what I'm feeling. You know, you're striving for this balance, and that's what's going to bring you to this beautiful energy that's waiting for you. So let's get one more card with that. God, or 5. 1, please. Sorry, 5 just fell out. And again, we have the number 11 with balance. That is the union card. And that's not about like twin flame and looking for it externally. I love that stuff. Trust me, I do. But this is an internal balance, and then it will be reflected in your external world. This came out in the last reading. The firmament. This is taking your energy back. This is no longer dumping into, yeah, this message is coming across a little sillier than it normally does, but I just see this, you see it, let me just really get in there. Look at this dragon's face. He looks ridiculous. And the feeling that I'm getting from this, it's like, I don't want to say anything offensive, but you look ridiculous. You're just standing here with a glass of water, like, huh? Just kind of like haphazardly, like almost accident. It looks like it could be an accident, but like purposefully, maybe for attention, spilling this water out. And it's like, in an energetic sense, it's just coming across a little purposefully ignorant, I would say. Like, you know, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is a you know, the ignorance is bliss thing coming through. And yeah, that's, nothing else is coming out with this card. It's ignorance is bliss. You're trying to stay, it's willful ignorance. There it is. There's the connection of words that I'm just not finding. And that doesn't, this might be actually having a conversation with this person for some of you. And for others, this is an internal dialogue with yourself about what you actually need to do to heal from this. And not heal and change and invite this person back in. That might not be the healthiest thing. But stop playing dumb. Stop pouring your energy into trapping it there. You know that you're putting your energy there into not releasing it. Here we go. It keeps trying to come up. And you're suppressing it by most likely ungrounding yourself in order to not deal with it. That's typically how the root chakra trauma works. And in the spiritual community, how much I adore all of the healing practices, but they can keep you really ungrounded. Being grounded, being fully embodied, really dealing with your shit to finally just move on. And not in a cold way, not a mean way, not in an FU way. Excuse my, hand gestures. This is in a loving way. This is, I finally felt my emotions. I finally let my fear rise through me, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. Now what? Now this. Okay. So I'm going to pull out 1 or 2 cards. This reading is already getting a little long because Spirit is coming through a little sassy today. My energy is also shifting as I'm giving this. So I feel like whoever is watching it, that there can be this willful ignorance, that you're good at freezing people out, that you're good at playing the cold soldier, that this doesn't bother me to just ice someone. It does bother you. You can't play it cold anymore. The real you is coming out to play. And the real you is deep and sensitive and doesn't like cutting people off and doesn't like feeling afraid and doesn't, you don't need to pretend to be anything anymore. So 2 energies coming out. Oh, I love this. The Seeker, the Fool. This is the equivalent to the Fool. We have a full moon in Leo coming up on the 9th. This is going to be a powerful energy. So I do think that this is a good time in this span of time. And even if you see this video after the full moon, continuing to just rock back and forth on that root chakra and swivel that out. Dance, move your body. This is about movement. Of course, sit still, meditate, but this is about movement. This is definitely keeping your body in an active but loving pace. So we did have one more want to come out. This is my imprint card. With that is compassion with this card. So you've been working really hard at whatever this is. And you feel like you've hit a dead end with it because it's almost completely unlodged. And the image that's really uncomfortable coming into my mind is this really long pin being pulled out of your root chakra. Think like an epidural kind of pin, like super long, which I know normally goes higher up, but I see it much, much lower down. And my partner has seen that before. He's seen these images, and that's normally like an imprint sort of feeling, is these pins being removed from us. So having compassion for yourself during this time and really, really tuning in, because sometimes that fear voice, this voice has been really loud throughout your entire life. And it's not about shutting it down. It's not about freezing it out. Then what is it about, Shauna? That does feel like it's for you to decide. I can't tell you how to handle whatever this is. All I can tell you is what's waiting for you on the other side. Once you bring yourself into balance, once you balance the unity within, stop looking for it outside of yourself. Because until you've got that internal balance right, all you're going to see is your fears and your relationships and your jobs and your friendships. And as soon as you get that shit right, this beautiful, beautiful union energy, this fire lit inside of you, this passion, it's going to come out of nowhere. I mean, it does feel like I promise you this. This is like full abundance. And I can't stop staring at it. So we're going to get one more message with this deck. One more. And it just lit up from my Rumi deck here. Rumi is very poetic. I love these cards, and the art is incredible. What are the last messages we can get? Oh, I'm gonna cry. That's so perfect. This is really emotional. Okay, I'm gonna let you see the words, beyond the threshold of fear. I wish I could, let me see if I can get the angle right. There we go. beyond the threshold of fear. And what I see, and maybe you see the same thing, is this light at the end of the tunnel. You have been on this long journey. Call it the dark night of the soul, if you will. And it may have started when you were really, really little. This is an old soul card. In many of the spiritual books I've read, fear, including the resurrection of Jesus, fear is one of the first thresholds that you have to cross through. And then you move on to the next test and the next. But this is a huge, like, conquering coming. You're stepping through the veil of your fears. You're stepping through that illusion, that disillusionment. That light is getting much, much brighter. There's just this little bit of inky darkness left here. The rest of this is coming into light. And you're stepping through this. And you're bringing yourself into balance. Have compassion for yourself. You are so, so close. And I know you can feel it. I just want to, like, keep holding this card close to me. Hold that close to you. Hold that knowledge really close to you. That you've worked a long time. This is an imprint. This is imprint energy. You have worked a long time to move this. Probably lifetimes, honestly. Something you came into this world with, and it's moving its way out. A lot of small things have shifted along the way, but this is a big, big shift. And it's going to feel like nothing you've ever felt before. As soon as you see this, you might have glimpses of it as well, coming through in dreams, coming through subtly in conversations that you're having. This is coming through to you, whispering to you, I'm here. When you're ready to change, as soon as you step through this, I'm right here. Ready to catch you, ready to take that step on the lit path. It seems dark right now, but that path is lit, not in the in the way the kid sees it. It's illuminated. All right, so that message, we have one more card staring at me from the bottom of the deck. Dancer of the Divine Feminine. So again, this is just such a beautiful energy. It's that emptying out of the root chakra. It's totally what this is coming across as, and that movement and dancing and being present with this movement, but not hyper focused on the fear itself. You know, it's striking that balance, like watching it and observing it, but do not narrow your vision in on it. And that's the best advice I can give you with this. You're amazing, incredible for this energy to be coming through and for me to feel the way I do while I'm reading all of this. Yeah, blessings to you, because you're doing heavy hitting work. And celebrate the small wins, honestly. Like, that's how I get through most of my days, is I smell. I stop and smell the flowers, and I celebrate the small wins. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, like, share, subscribe, and just spread the love. So I will be, as some of my other videos have mentioned, I will be doing one-on-one readings again, as well as the guided meditations. I do have reviews from clients. If you would like access to that, just let me know, comment below, and then I'll shoot you an email and we can get that ball rolling. So have a great day, and I hope your full moon is amazing.